sight seeing him climb out of that car.
Yeah, I had a conversation with him in Kansas about that whole wreck. It was just in person, him taking you through it all. And then, you know, I knew it, but he reminded me that Talladega, he had that huge impact with Kyle Larson. So when you look at Speedway racing, it's one thing to have bad luck and get caught up in wrecks for points or bad finishing positions, but it's double bad luck when your wrecks are two of the hardest wrecks we have seen, most spectacular wrecks of this year.
Yeah, faced with an opportunity this year to run full time in the Cup Series, it's been difficult. You know, they just have not had a very good year from a competition standpoint.
Not just
a lot of teams that are the only one that struggled, and to have those two big races, Dylan, where he had those wrecks, that had to be setting back a little bit as well.
Restarting next to him will be Michael McDowell. 15-year veteran of the sport, but there's always coaching and things to learn. On the radio, Travis Peterson and his spotter, Clayton Hughes, just been telling him, back up your entry a little bit and don't charge in so hard. It's going to help us get through the corner and off the corner a little bit better, Cam.
Well, Dylan, after those pit cycles, Kyle Busch will restart in the 29th position. Still does not like that car loose in, really tight center, loose off. That team has pulled out the calculators, though, Dave. Told Kyle Busch right before that red flag he needs to finish 18th or better to transfer to the next round.
Joey Logano finally pitted the stage in, and now he is all the way back to 30th. Good news, he's on the plus side of the cut line right now.
So Joey Logano again fighting to stay in the playoffs, the reigning Cup Series champion, as we're getting ready to start stage 2.
Chase Elliott cut his teammate Larson a break right there on the inside line. Looked 3 wide for a minute. Carson Oscar almost 3 wide back there in the 42 car.
Aggressive move by Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs got a fast race car. Was quick in practice. Goes to the outside of Byron. Great momentum. Look at that top side. Gonna make a pass for second place on the top of the racetrack.
We mentioned it earlier, the second that the spotters see that information goes out to every team. Gibbs just made the pass on the high side, and now the 24 trying to fight for the position with the 34 of McDowell.
Byron's going to find out about that high side, whether he likes it or not here. Trying to keep this position from the 34 McDowell. Not able to do it down here in 3 and 4. He fights back on the corner. Down the back straightaway. Every lap they're learning a little bit about how to do that time, run that high side better and better. A couple more corners, should be able to have the momentum on corner X to be able to clear the 34. Yeah, I feel like that top is getting better, but still the bottom is a little bit more favored on the restart. You can see immediately William Byron jumped to the bottom once he made that pass.
Bell, Gibbs, Byron, McDowell, and Larson all in the top 5.
The top's going to be really favorable back in the pack. You know, if everybody's on the bottom in dirty air, slowing down, struggling on the bottom, if you jump to that outside in clean air, you can really take advantage of some people. That's what time goes by. He'll clear the 24 off this corner. Does Byron go to the top of the racetrack? Does he follow this 5? Yeah. He wants to go up there now and say, all right, I'm going to see if I can make the same amount of time up there. But Larson doesn't show him how to do it. Larson's like, hey, I'm not going to show you my moves. I'm not going to show you the line I'm running. I'm going to go back to the bottom of the racetrack. How frustrating is that, Dave? The 22 will just run defensively. And what does that mean? Right now, 1 and 2 on the bottom. That's defensive. That's where he wants to be to try to block this 20. But now he gives him the top. I think the 20 can get to the outside.
Here he goes.
Inside now on the front straightaway. Can the 22 running hard on the outside here, 1 and 2 each running tight. Look at that.
There's Harvick up there as well.
Force that 20 not to be able to finish the corner and get the throttle for exit.
That way up the racetrack for Logano. Again, fighting to stay on the lead lap, but he goes down. Now as Bell has put Logano a lap down here at Bristol. It's Bell, Gibbs, Larson, Byron, and McDowell, the top 5.
They were running about 15. He said, I may have to do that tonight. He's already done it by leaving about the whole stage 1, Marty.
Right now, Martin Truex Jr., Dave, +3. How important was this race for Truex? Well, he went to the simulator this week, and if you know Martin Truex Jr., that's a pretty big deal. Probably the second time in 3 or 4 years that he's actually been in the sim. That work helped create a pretty quick race car, and even though he's one of the cars about to go a lap down, Truex turned some pretty quick lap times. But to quote him, Dave, traffic is a annoying.
For Bubba Wallace right now, he's the first one out. He is -3 on the cut line. Woody Barker's crew chief told me this morning, we may have to go all out later on. We'll see how it plays out, but one thing we have to do is we have to be close to that 19 at the end of stage 2, Marty.
And Kevin Harvick right now below the cut line said the car is better. Here's the problem for Harvick. He's about to maybe go 2 laps down to Christopher Bell. Just one car between him and Bell as of right now on the racetrack. And Harvick told me earlier today, this is a grind-away race for us. He's going to have a workmanlike attitude for the rest of the race if Harvick wants to get into the next round.
Closing in on the final 15 laps of stage 2. Bell with a 2.5-second lead over Larson. Then Gibbs, a very impressive performance tonight, running in that 3rd spot. McDowell, a must-win situation, running in 4th.
There are moments in every race that kind of make or break your race. There's also moments in the playoffs. For the 19 of Truex, the bad moment was a week ago in a flat tire, but this may be the difference in his playoffs with 15 laps to go. Can he stay in front of the 20? The 20 is fighting hard because if he can put the 19, the 6, and the 23, he can eliminate some playoff guys, or at least off the lead lap in case he has an issue later.
See McDowell trying to get by the 11 of Hamlin. That's for 4th. Hocevar in the picture there in the 42.
I'm getting real hungry if I'm Christopher Bell. I see that 8 car, he is a playoff guy. I see the 6 car, he is a playoff guy. I want to lap these guys, big time.
Go, we get all these points. There's a real chance we can point our way in.
There you go.
Remember I told you I want Christopher Bell to win the championship, remember?
So Christopher Bell in the 20. Now, under 12 laps to go.
He's led almost
Trying to
200
put the
laps
8
tonight.
a lap down. Kyle Busch running 23rd. To the inside. Can he complete the pass? And yes, that's the 19. Martin Truex Jr. just in front.
The 16 of A.J. Allmendinger is a little bit slow right in front of Martin Truex Jr. That's going to slow down this 20 car. Break for Kyle Busch.
Yeah, the 8 had to check up as well there, and Bell slid right up behind the 8 of Busch. Now, we'll see if he dives back to the bottom of the racetrack, but he can't. He's got the 16 of Allmendinger down there. So now Bell goes back to the bottom. Laps winding down here in stage 2. That high line working for Kyle Busch. Bell can't get by him. Under 8 to go.
That car rolls so good through the middle of the corner. That 20 right around the bottom, able to wrap the exit of turn 4. Makes it dangerous running that bottom when your car is not handling well. It's hard to beat the 20 when he can get around the bottom of the racetrack so well, right through this part of the racetrack right here. Bell very patient on the throttle and trying to get everything he can out of the car. He's got a little bit of clean air in front of him, so he should be able to maintain himself on the lead lap here, Kim.
And that car is doing nothing that Kyle wants. He is still complaining. Way too loose in, really tight center, loose off. They thought they made the right changes from yesterday to today. Apparently not. They continue to work on that car. It is still not to Kyle's liking.
Pit road is closed, under 2 laps remaining in the stage. And Bell still can't complete the pass on the 8 of Kyle Busch. Final lap of stage 2. Christopher Bell won stage 1. Now looking to sweep the stages. And will he get by Busch? He does not, but he wins stage 2. C. Bell has won stage 1 and stage 2. It's the 3rd time
Ty
that a
Gibbs got
driver
around
has
Kyle
swept
Larson.
the Bristol stages, but none have
Hocevar.
gone on to win the race. And Bell trying to change that statistic as the remainder of the top 10 go across the start-finish line. What a day it has been, though, for 2nd place, now 3rd actually, in that stage. Kyle Larson, he started all the way in the back with a terrible qualifying performance yesterday, has fought his way all the way up to 3rd.
Allowing in the center, snappy loose off, they'll make some changes. Michael McDowell told by his crew chief, just keep fighting, we can point our way in. He asked for some air pressure adjustments to help his car turn. And Denny Hamlin, nice charge from 11th to 4th, free up top on the long run, but good on the bottom, Marty.
Billy Kyle Larson said, I honestly did not do a good job of managing that run, but the car build's way too free the longer we run. We need more rear security. Because they ran 181 laps, Dave, they're going to hold them here for a little bit of fuel.
More stage points for Chris Buescher, a little tight in the center, 4 Goodyear tires. 4 Goodyear tires for stage sweeper Christopher Bell. Will this be another good pit stop for the 20 team? Little bit long waiting there. Will he lose spots? Yes.
Looks like they're waiting on some fuel there, so Larson holding ground, but Bell losing 3 spots on pit road. Ty Gibbs first off pit road. Hamlin grabbing 2 spots as well.